Hello everyone, and welcome back. I decided to open up the valves, see if I can get this water running. Doesn't feel warm yet. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just realized that there's 300 and some gallons, and gravity should push it down with that in that pump. I just don't know about bleeding the air. I'll have to keep bleeding it a little bit at the tank. Just looking for leaks right now. Everything seems to be working pretty good. At first, the lines got hot after I bled some air out. This one didn't do a whole lot, but this one up here, no, this one did. I didn't do that one, which would have been higher, but still, it worked. And then it started bubbling inside. And all the lights are the same color on the pumps, but it was like the inline was hot. First, the in and the out line was hot on the furnace in there. And then the inline was hot and the outline was cold. So then I added more water in here. And then I had turned the furnace on in there and I just shut it off. Because our refrigerator in the garage went out and we found one for $100, but it was like 35 minutes away and I've been putting this guy off during deer hunting. So I finally, today now, because Melissa wanted it before tomorrow when we're doing all the cooking. Actually, she's in there cooking right now. So I went up and got that, and that round trip took a little over an hour and a half. And now I'm back, and both the return and the supply line in there were hot. I have the furnace turned on in there right now, the fan. And my goal is to get all that snow melted off that roof. This side did good. We got up to 40 or 41 degrees today. It was like, oh, it felt so good. And this side melted because this is the side the sun hits. The other side still has snow on it. But I need to get up there and get that, I don't know, breathable foam stuff, whatever it is, and get the ridge cap on there yet. So I've been waiting for that snow to be gone. And since there's no poly or anything here, the heat's just going right up there. It feels good though, blowing warm air. This is supply in, that's real hot. That's still warm. Yeah, everything's working good and no leaks. Got about a half hour here before dark. I'm gonna grab my chainsaw, I'm gonna cut up some of that oak. The next couple of days I want to get some of that birch cut up, but right now I think I'm just gonna cut up some of that oak and see how that goes with the sharp blade. This much wood here is enough to heat everything or keep the boiler going for probably 2.5 days. I would say right now, if you get like a medium-sized log, like 2 medium-sized logs over there, which we'll have to look at that when I do a whole tutorial on this. we'll do for sure a full 24 hours. And that's when we were running colder temps. I mean, we haven't been below zero. We've been down to 2.5 degrees with highs in the teens. Today was just a freak warm day, and actually the next few days are going to get into the 30s, which is nice. So, I mean, it'll burn the wood when it gets down to 30 below, but still, it's pretty efficient. Well, right now it's 5:15, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we need one more turkey roaster. We have one still in a box somewhere in that garage that came from Louisiana. But for me to find that, I'm gonna go to Walmart. I bought one this morning because you remember my truck wouldn't start the other day? Well, the batteries were bad. And it seems like every 3 years, the batteries go bad. So the last 2 days, it sat there for 3 days. And I went there twice, and there were so many cars in the parking lot pre-Thanksgiving that I couldn't, let me turn here so it's not so bumpy, that I couldn't get in there to put jumper cables on it. So this morning I went early. I got there about 6:30, and I put jumper cables on it, waited for 20 minutes, turned the key, tick, tick, tick. Without even turning it forward, it was making weird noises. So I knew that wasn't going to work. So they were interstate batteries. So I went to Napa, took a picture of the battery, the barcode, went to Napa, said, here, can you look up this barcode and tell me if I still have, you know how they'll have a warranty of prorated? And he goes, if you don't have the receipt, there's no warranty. And I said, you gotta be kidding me. I said, this is 2022. Anyway, it made me rather angry. And I told him I'm never buying another interstate battery. They go out every 3 years anyway. So then I went back to my truck, and then I went to Walmart, bought 2 batteries to put in my truck, because it's like, okay, even if Walmart batteries aren't as good, supposedly, as interstate batteries, I can bring them to Walmart and they'll switch them out. No questions asked, really. So I bought 2 there, and then, you know, went and switched them in my truck and went and dropped out the cores. But I also got a turkey roaster, and now, being 5:15 or 5:20, whatever it is right now, going to Walmart, it's going to be an absolute madhouse. But I need one more roaster. Tomorrow we're going to be cooking up a pre-smoked turkey, a spiral ham, and the goose that I got when I was up for duck hunting opener. Well, Super 1 isn't quite as packed as it was before, but it's still packed. It wasn't too bad. I had to wait for the self-checkout to get out, but I knew right where to go since I bought one this morning. Oh, glad that's done. I don't want to have to go to the store until after the holiday. I'm going back to check the guest house. I've left that furnace on now for a couple hours. There's some snow on the porch part, but The other side, the other part looks pretty dry. Well, for the overhang not being shut up or anything, it's pretty nice in here. I mean, it's not 70 degrees, but that's warm. That's hot. It's working right. This is return. Yeah, very nice. I was out here last night till almost 8 o'clock. I have almost all of the electric done in here now. Also, 2 days ago, the window came in. It's in the back seat of my truck right now. Yeah, I got the kitchen all finished. I got the whole utility room done. I'm actually going to hook into that plug-in that's below the electric panel. And then it's just run. There's a plug-in on the other side of the water heater. And then there's that one next to the furnace. I'm going to make those hot so that I can just plug in to the wall with the furnace and not have to be on a cord. The only other room that I have to do is the bedroom here. I have power run to the bedroom. That wire that's sticking out there is power in from the electric box. The problem is I don't have a right angle drill. So I'm going to have to go up, over, and down. I was trying to think of a way to do it, but it's just easier just to go up, over, and down to get the plug-ins. Get that done. I have to run the line for the thermostat and then figure out if I want to run any Cat 5 or anything in here or any RG6. I mean, I can, but it's almost stupid. When I built the house, before I got a divorce, I built that whole house and I had Cat 5 and RG6 run everywhere. I swear there was a mile of it in that house. And then that was at the time when everything switched to Wi-Fi. You really don't use it that much anymore, you know. I will want it to come in here to hook the TV up to a regular antenna. I think that's important because if your internet's out or anything, you have nothing. If a storm is coming, you can watch the news then. And even now, a lot of people don't even watch anything like that. So I'll run that, and that'll be easy. Just run it straight down under the building so it can be hooked up anytime. But otherwise, it's almost done. Then I have a little bit of plumbing to do, and it'll be time to insulate. After buying this PEX pipe, which was $88 a roll, which isn't bad, it's 300 feet, but I had never worked with PEX before. And now that I have, doing the stuff that I needed to do into the furnace for the boiler, I really enjoyed working with the straight sticks of it, even though this is 1 inch, which I don't need anything that big, compared to the round stuff, because I need to come here. I'm going to come in right here and just stub it right here so it can go into the cabinet to get to the kitchen sink. I can't go on the outside wall because of code and freezing and everything. But then to take the roll and go up like this here, and then I have to go across like this above the door, and then I want to go through that bathroom wall and then stub into the utility room. Using the straight stuff would just be way easier. So I may switch it out. I mean, it just seems like what a pain to want to do a straight coming down here, and the whole thing is going to want to curve the whole time. I'm still figuring that out. I think I would save myself a lot of time and headache if I just went and bought the 10-foot pieces. I don't need that much of it. Let's go outside and see if the water is dripping off the roof on the side over here that still had snow. Well, you can see it's dripping all right, but it's all trying to come down in one sheet. Well, that's good though. It's come down over a foot anyway. I don't need a whole lot on top to be able to walk across there. I just want it to be dry so it's not slippery. I'm going to let that run till about 9 o'clock tonight. Right now it's I think about 6:30, and then I'll shut it down for the night. Good morning, everybody. Today's Thanksgiving, so we've been in there cooking. I've got a goose in a roaster, ham in a roaster, and a turkey in a roaster. Just decided to fill this thing up. I only burnt a little more than half of the wood I put in last night. Well, I have the whole ridge on, and it's screwed on good enough so there's no way it's going to go anywhere. But it started raining out, and that was the scariest. Trying to come down that roof, I had to just use the screws to hold me because you can't stand on that when it's wet. Yeah, so I'm glad it's up there, but I'm not going back up until it stops raining and it's dry again. Good morning, everybody. No matter how hard I think about it, this pile of wood just does not want to cut itself. Thought I better get out here and chop some of it up. I'm gonna go drop off this load and then go inside and have lunch. Never thought I'd see the pile get this small. I think once this one is cut up, I'm gonna order another one. Well, after lunch I came out here and I just continued cutting wood. Figured I had enough video of me chopping logs. And so now there was this pile here of stuff that was split, and I'm getting that out of here because I've talked about it, I don't know, maybe a month ago, how much harder it is right now. Like all the bottom pieces are frozen to the ground. So you've got to beat them with another log until they break loose. And I want to get all of this out of here, so if I'm pushing snow back here or whatever, in the spring, whatever's going on, I don't have this as a obstacle, you know, that's in the way. I'll leave the big logs down where the stack's at, and like I said, if I decide to get another load, they can set it back here. Actually a pretty sad night tonight. If you guys have watched the channel long enough, you know that Melissa has one cat named Little Girl that she's had for 18 years, and they've been through some stuff together. And anyway, about a month she brought her in, a month ago, and found out that she had they did a surgery because she had some kind of cancer underneath her, and they said that it would spread. And then just the last couple of weeks, it's like her body has dwindled and her stomach has got big, so brought her into the vet, I don't know, 3 days ago. And they did an x-ray, and the guy said he was just amazed at how that mass has grown. It's got to be on her liver. So anyway, I mean, this is the cat that I say if it was between that cat and me, I would be the one leaving. Well, we just called up today now, and tomorrow at 4 o'clock they're going to come out to the house and put her down and take her to get cremated. So it's not very happy in the house tonight. Well, that's it for cutting wood today. We'll see tomorrow. See, today got to like 44 degrees. It was nice, and tomorrow is supposed to also. See if I can get back out and cut some more. There's more than the way it's been burning now, that's more than a month worth, but that puts us in what? End of December, when it's starting to get real cold. Yeah, I don't want to run out then. But tomorrow will be a different day, but maybe I can get out and get a few hours more cutting and stacking some of this up here. I cut up a little bit of the oak today. That stuff cuts a lot harder. I mean, that's a denser wood. It's real heavy. And some of those big ones, I had to split them, and holy crap. I mean, look at the size of this one here. That's a big log. But I like this being closer to the wood boiler, so that just in the wintertime, I can cut here and just haul it if I don't have it already cut. Okay everyone, well, I just filled up the boiler. It's almost time for bed. not filming much this morning at all. It's a sad day, so. But I don't think we're going to have any. Today is supposed to get to 45. This is totally unseasonable. And I don't think we're going to have any more days like this year, so, or this whole season until next spring. And I needed to get this picked up because this is where I push all the snow through in front of the workshop. And I've had this here, what, since still summertime out, and it's just been a pain in my butt. But now it's gone. It wasn't froze down bad, so I wanted to get this finished today while it's still warm. I put some of the slab wood in here, but now I'm realizing in the workshop it's really not going to take much wood this winter, not with that wood boiler going. So now I'm just taking this stuff here and I'm hauling it over to the wood boiler because we could just as well burn it there. When it comes time to do the maple sap into syrup in the spring, I still have 2 more bundles of this that are sitting off to the side out there, so I've got plenty for making all the sap into syrup. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. Another day has passed. I spent most of my day in the guest house. All of the electrical is finished now except for one 20-foot piece of 14-2 wire. I have 15 feet, I need 20. I got some of the, or all of the RG6 cable I'm going to run put in. I ran some Cat 5 just in case. Got the thermostat wire run, and then I went in and put as many of the insulation baffles that I had in. I need 14 more, so it's getting there. That's where I just turned the heat on in there and it was nice and toasty. It was about 10 degrees cooler today than it was yesterday. High today was 34. Still a nice day considering what's coming up. I will see you guys on the next video.